One of the saddest creatures in D&D mythos, I think, is that of the Grimlocks. These guys are puppets of the Mind Flayer's menace, so they are victims of biological mutation by Mind Flayers in order to actually create these guys. So they're blind, and basically they were created from humanoids that were exposed to strange forms of Underdark radiation and implanted with new directives into their brain. And they also have very shallow depressions rather than their eyes itself. They have a sixth sense, however, instead that allows them to perceive their surroundings. They have psionic energies that basically dwell within their bodies from their transformation. And we're actually going to go ahead and look at their stat block. So, first off, we can go and see that they're, not that strong. They're a CR 1/4. They have 11 AC and 11 hit points, 30-foot movement, 30-foot climbing. But they also have a bone turtle, which it does interesting thing. It does a d6 plus 1d4 psychic damage. I think that's interesting. And these guys are naturally neutral evil. They, however, they are actually dumber than the normal person, apparently, as well as less wise, as well as they don't have that good of charisma. Frankly, I don't know why they can't speak. So I don't know why they would even need charisma, really. They also have 30-foot blind sense, which is actually pretty good. But these guys are very sad just because they are kind of the leftover remnants of experimentation from the Mind Flayers. I would probably use them in my campaigns, especially if Mind Flayers are going to be like your major enemy for the campaign. I think that these guys are good enemies to deal with, because especially if you're like not a role play DM but more so a combat one. These guys don't really speak, so they can't really be persuaded or otherwise charmed in that kind of sense. I mean, you could charm normally, but and all that different stuff. So kind of crazy, kind of cool.